Sorry, friends. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I changed a setting on my music player. Oh my goodness. I'm having some technical difficulties, so... Hey, one second. Jeez, what is going on with my video? What the fuck? Let's see. 1 second. Wow. Technical difficulties. Please bear with me. Let's see here. Jeez. What's going on? What is going on? Alright. Hold on. Shit. Testing. Well, okay. So, apparently, my video is borked right now. I have no idea what's going on. So hold on 1 second while I figure out what to do here because it's all blurry and I have no idea why. So you get to join me in this process of troubleshooting why my video. I see you, person who has been waiting for this stream. I see you. I'm with you. Please introduce yourself if you can. I'm really sorry. If you are watching this after the fact, I suppose you could fast forward to the point at which my video looks clear, because that will be the point at which I solved this problem, whatever this problem is that I'm having. What could cause my video to be blurring like that? See it now? It seems to be. Look, see how clear it is? Look at that. It's clear up close. Okay. Now, focus. What causes a video? What causes a webcam to not be able to focus? Please, person who's watching this, please tell me what I can do to make this thing focus on me. I don't... Autofocus? Turn off autofocus? Maybe? Oh, hey! That worked. Okay. So it was apparently the autofocus that was causing us the problem. So thanks for joining me. Jeez. Well, that was fun. Let's get the music going back up again now. Hold on, I'm going to turn it down this time. let's make sure we turn it down like a reasonable volume, just so we got a little ambient noise going. All right, jeez. Welcome to UX After Dark. How long did that take us? I don't know. It was like that was a few minutes of just troubleshooting. So I guess the first lesson of UX After Dark is anything can happen, anything can go wrong, and you and I are just along for the ride on this one. So thanks for joining me. Odds are good you're watching this after the fact because there's only one or two people actually watching this live. So thank you to the person who is watching. I don't know who you are. You're not talking in chat. Maybe you just have me on the background and this is some ASMR kind of thing. Or maybe you put me on and you were like, I'm going to come back after the load time, after the countdown is finished, and you just haven't gotten back because you're making your sandwich or something like that. Alright, so if that's the case, you wouldn't know. You probably won't rewatch the stream. But for those who are joining via after the fact video, thanks for joining, and I hope you find this stream to be entertaining and enjoyable. So, what in the world are we going to... Oh, there's the music. Sorry, I didn't have the music turned on your end. I could hear it on my end, but not on your end, so now you got a little bit of music. So what are we going to work on today? Man, I'm all frazzled because I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I spent an hour like getting ready for the stream, and I thought everything was good to go, and then as soon as the time hits, everything goes wrong. So, I guess this is just a lesson in, you know, don't take life too seriously. Don't get too hung up on what's going on. We'll just let it happen how it's going to happen. I need to turn off the bookmarks bar. Turn off the bookmarks bar. There it is. So, what are we working on today? Well, let me have a little more of my bourbon here because I really need it. And I like the little cherries. I put the cherries in my bourbon. Okay. You didn't come here for bourbon and cherries, but, you know, that's what I'm drinking. I hope you're having a good night, too. Alright, all technical difficulties are done. Now we're going to get into the UX design. Please feel free, by the way. This stream is small enough that you can actually write comments in the comment box, and I will actually read them, and we can actually have a conversation. It's not like one of those ones where there's like 1,000 people in the stream, and the streamer doesn't know like what's going on. So take advantage of the intimacy. If this stream ever takes off and there's like 1,000 people, it's going to be harder to talk to me. So here I am in a very like intimate setting. So go ahead and like say hi. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you're doing and why you joined. All right, so let's get into the design. Now, last time I was trying to figure this problem out of, well, let me show you what it looks like. So I've been working on this merchant section of my project, and last time I was trying to figure out this problem of coins. So how do you sell coins, you know? And the big hurdle that I ran into was, turns out if you put too many coins into Figma, no, that's not the right way to say it. If you have too many images in Figma at the exact same time, you will bring it to its knees. Somehow I still managed to create probably hundreds of these little image assets here for the coins. I don't know how I got away with that, but I got away with it. But anyways, while I was trying to design it last time, if you were watching my last live stream, you probably saw me bring Figma to its knees. And so I got a lot of work done from the time of the last live stream until this live stream. So this is yet another example of like draw the owl, and then there's the little ovals, and then now we're here and it's like, oh, here's the owl, here's the finished owl. So what you have on the right, if you look, is the like live view of my interface design, and on the left is Figma, the files that I'm working in. So I'm going to just show you where I ended up on this. So I first have the casual tier for buying coins. which I'll show you the files that the research that I did to kind of make some of these decisions. So there's casual, then there is dedicated. You can see it's quite a jump in the tier percentage, and the bonuses and things like that. And then you have frequent. Those are my working sort of categories right now. We'll see if I don't like those and decide to change it at some point. So what I settled on, if you notice, because the last stream, what I kind of discovered in my research is that you don't have to be necessarily literal about the number of coins that you display. You just kind of need to kind of give a general idea of like the scale, you know. So we're looking at 3 coins here is representing 250, and then, you know, this is probably about 9 coins representing 750, and then here's like 3 stacks of coins, and you're starting to lose track of like how many there are. You know, then the next tier up, we're starting to get bigger in our stacks. It's like, you know, kind of small, medium, large. Then we get to the top level, and I thought, well, maybe I'll stack them up like really symmetrically, just to kind of imply organization, and like by the time you're spending this amount of money, like you've got a real strong control over your money at this point. So that's kind of how I made those decisions. I also consulted my 11-year-old daughter, so she buys Roblox, and I just needed to understand. Really, this first tier was the one that she kind of helped me with, which is, you know, how much do you spend at the low level, at the casual level of buying in-game currency. So she's like, no, Dad, it needs to be this way. And I'm like, okay, fine, sorry, I got you, whatever. So, alright, in the end, I feel pretty good about where the currency is. I'd love to hear your comments on that, but at least it's feeling pretty good to me. I haven't designed the pop-ups that are going to come up when you click these, which is going to say, you know, do you want to really do this? You know, it's going to give you more of a specific breakdown. It's probably going to be a full page thing or something, and it'll be like, here's what you're doing. Are you sure you want to do this? Alright, so that's the background. If you stuck it out through that, I appreciate it. By the way, this is going to be a very long format video, so if you like this kind of stuff, cool, you're going to enjoy. If you have a very short attention span, you are not going to like this video, because we are going to go very deep into the design and the thoughts behind it and everything. So I just wanted to let you know beforehand. Like, I just saw a couple people drop off. That's okay. I understand. Like, you can only do so much of this stuff before you lose attention into it. So design really requires a lot of attention span to be able to sit and just work it through, figure it out, keep solving, resolving, things like that. So yeah, I mean, I do it in layers is what I do. I start with really rough, and then I work to mid fidelity, and then I work to a higher fidelity. So this is pretty high fidelity now where I'm at, but it just so happens that I'm the only UX designer working on this project, and because of that, I can combine steps and things like that. Should you combine high fidelity and low fidelity? That's questionable, but I'm doing it because I don't have time. So ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I haven't done it yet in this one, is I need to create my buttons for solo. What are the 3 tiers? Solo, team, and organization. So if you notice, there's these little sort of tab buttons at the top that I'm creating here. I'm going to do the same thing on memberships. So let's add those buttons in from the other page, and I'm just going to send them to the back. Alright, that's looking pretty good. So this, with this music, this particular track is a really strange one to be like background music. Let me just knock this off the playlist. It's good for like loading music, but not. It's not good for. There we go. It's just not good chill music, you know. All right, that's good. That's a little more chill. All right, so what we're doing now is we're working on. We have to put these icons in in the same kind of style as what's there in the other ones that I've got. And this, okay, so like I said, this stuff may seem very mundane and very boring. So if you have a long attention span, cool, you will appreciate this. If you have a short attention span, you are gonna want to bail like right away. So I'm sorry if you have a short attention span, but if you have a long attention span, you can stick it out. And I just happen to have a long attention span, so I can focus on these long details as long as I need to. So I hope you're that way too. Let's find out, because if you're not, you're gonna bail. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sample the color from the active state of the previous one, which is that color, and then I'm going to, let's see, I'm gonna delete this old dollar sign, and I'm gonna get this guy like centered. Yeah, that's good. And then these guys got to get recolored. The tool is Figma, by the way. If you don't use Figma, it's really, really good. I like that it's a browser-based tool. You can collaborate in it, multiple people at the same time. It is OS independent, so you don't have to have Mac or PC. It doesn't matter. You can just have whatever you've got. You can jump right in. So Figma is the boss, and I hope it really seems like it's catching on as like a kind of industry standard, but I hope it continues its momentum. Not that I have anything against like Adobe or Sketch or anything, just it's a little harder for everyday people to get into these kind of large paid pieces of software. Figma's free. Man, I love that. It's amazing for free. It's an amazing tool for free. So, what did I just do? I just dropped these icons here into these buttons. If you'll notice, I've got this little bar going on underneath there to kind of imply current selected state. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these guys all to the next page. Actually, I should group them together first, which makes it easier for selecting. Did I grab everything? Yeah. All right, I'm going to do it to the next 2 pages. And from here now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the orientation of the selected bar to be underneath. That's good enough. And then this one. I'm going to move this one over here. Alright, and then we got it similarly. We have to change the background color of this guy so that it looks selected, and then change the color of this one so that it looks unselected. Easy enough. Did the same thing on the last one. And Bob's your uncle. So, oh yeah, so hey, somebody just commented OTP. This is pretty interesting, but I'd really like to know where your hate from Apple came from. By the way, for me, Figma handles images better with the desktop app, even though it's just a wrapper from what I've found. Ah, that's good to know. Oh boy, where did my hate from Apple come from? Well, I know it's probably uncommon to hear a designer talking crap about Apple, but I've been, you know, my first exposure to Apple was like the Apple II. I was in kindergarten. Wasn't bad. Not a bad experience. Or I was in like first grade. So this would have been the 80s. I'm 38 years old. I'm going to be 39 this year. So, yeah. Then, when I went to college around 2000 was when I first started really getting introduced to Apple's PCs, you know, like modern PCs, I guess you could call them. I didn't really know a whole lot until after the fact about Steve Jobs, the history of Apple, things like that. I've since, you know, watched a lot of media around that, so I'm pretty aware of like what the story was of how Steve Jobs lost Apple and then he came back to Apple and so on. Anyways, they had the iMacs, they had the eMacs at my school, and they just were constant trouble for me. They would hang, they would crash, they wouldn't open the files. They had these little the iMac had this hockey puck mouse that I really hated. It was so hard to use. And then the eMac wasn't bad. It was a white kind of machine. But I had PCs myself, and I was building my own computers, or I had my own laptops, things like that. And, I just always had way more control and success with my PCs. Now I build my own PCs and things like that. But I've also used, very expensive Mac computers. When I worked at an agency one time, and we had a $10,000 video editing Mac, and that thing crashed and hung and couldn't stay connected to the network, and all kinds of problems. And then I had my own. Then I worked at another agency, and it was an in-house actually. I worked at an in-house, and they gave me a Mac and a PC at my desk, so I had both of them. And the Mac constantly had problems. It had problems with its USB ports. Other I couldn't hook it up to two. I couldn't easily hook it up to two monitors. There was just all kinds of problems that I had, and I think I tried to hook it up to three monitors maybe. So everyone hated that mouse, even Apple folks. Yeah, that mouse was, ugh. So I get the idea behind what Apple's trying to do in a lot of ways, and of course they're responsible for the modern smartphone. As far as like the paradigms that we take for granted, those all didn't exist before 2008. So I'm not saying that they do everything wrong, but I'm just saying, I don't personally want to own any of Apple's products for ethical reasons and for usability reasons. I don't like that they force you down one road. Yes, I realize a lot of users need everything spoon-fed for them, and that's why they appreciate Apple, because they don't have to think about anything. But unfortunately for me, who is, very sort of self-directed kind of person, I don't like having everything just spoon-fed for me. I like to control it, and I like to control every nuance of my environment and what I'm doing. So you can't see it. Well, I'll show you. This is my setup. You can see I've got a 1080p vertical monitor on this side. I've got another one on this side, and then I've got a 4K TV in the middle, which is where I'm doing all of this design that we're seeing here. There's my OBS right there. There's my YouTube stream going on over there, so I can keep an eye on that. So I take this stuff all very seriously, and I just don't know anyone that takes it seriously, and I just don't understand the people who say that they take it seriously and then go and spend thousands of dollars on Apple equipment when you can't upgrade it, you can't modify it, it's hard to customize, you can't open it up and fix something that's wrong, and there's just not as much software for it, and whatever. You can't argue there's not bugs or viruses anymore, because hackers and malicious people are targeting gullible Apple users all the time. So anyways, that's my rant about Apple. Thanks for attending my anti-Apple TED Talk. So where we are today, where are we right now? Well, I just got these icon images kind of wired up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire up the animation between these buttons here, or these pages. So I'm going to create a link right here. I'm going to set this to Smart Animate. Now I only discovered this fairly recently, but Smart Animate is awesome because it kind of just tries to figure out what you meant. And it's not always perfect, but you can kind of work with it and fix it when it's not doing what you want it to do. So, pretty cool. I don't know if it's AI powered or how it does it, but it is pretty cool. So let's just try it out now. I just took these buttons up. Let's just see how those look on the right in the membership section. There we go. Oh, something kind of looks wonky there. Oh, that's not wired up. Okay, so we don't have this guy wired up back. And we don't have this guy wired up back here. Okay, now let's try it out. Now there's a weird thing that happens here. Alright, so I need to figure out why it's not smart animating. Let's just delete the line first and see if I can get it to animate the way that I want it to. So, okay, first I'm going to pull this out of the container that it's in completely. Actually, let me just ungroup. So let's see if that does anything. Okay, ungrouped. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to group this item and this one and this one. I don't know why, but grouping seems to do something for Smart Animate that kind of fixes it somehow. Oh, that almost fixed it. Now let's group this guy. Let's just see if that works. Hey, that kind of worked. Alright, good. I fixed that. Okay, oops. Now let's animate the bar at the bottom here. Now I'm just gonna, let's see, I'm just gonna add it in to this one and this one. I hope you like these really technical explanations of what I'm doing. It's like we'll do this and then we'll do that. We'll put the thing in the other thing. Alright, let's just take a look and see how that looked. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, everything's animating the way we want. I can't explain to you what I just did, but okay, I'll try to explain what I just did to fix that. I grouped each of these buttons as an individual group, and for some reason that fixes the Smart Animate in Figma. And then the bar here, I just made sure that wasn't grouped, and then I moved its location for each of these pages, and then for some reason Figma's just like, hey, that must mean you want to Smart Animate. I'm gonna move that over there. So for whatever reason, that's what Figma decides to do. So there we go. Now we have little animated buttons, which is so fun. Now, hey, welcome to the people who just joined. Whoop, Strike First Finance, thank you for joining. Feel free to say hello, introduce yourself in the chat, and I will engage. It's that voy time. Yes, that's right. It is indeed. Alright, so let's see. We got memberships. Now, this is what we're here to talk about, right? Memberships. Solo, team, and org. I have to figure out. Now, normally, in this case, normally you'd be working with like a product owner that like has an MBA and knows all about memberships, and that person would like write requirements for you, and then you'd be like, hey, I have requirements, now I can do some UX design, and then you would, you'd do a user flow, and then you'd do some lo-fi and stuff like that. I don't have any of that stuff because I am the product owner. So I have to figure this stuff out like as I go, and I'm also don't have an MBA. I'm a UX designer. So how in the world am I going to solve this? Well, that's why we're here to solve it today. That's why I invited you along for this journey, because I don't know how I'm going to solve it, and so we're just going to have to do it together. So I hope you have a long attention span, because it's going to be a research task probably. All right, so we have like this paradigm going of three things, like 3 cards, and we could really take that approach for our 3 membership tiers, and I guess that wouldn't be too bad. It might be a good way to start. I don't know. Let's find out. It's the best I've got right now, and then I've got to look at some other examples and see like what's been done. So for now, I'm moving my old design to the bottom because It was just an idea. And I'm gonna grab this from the previous one. Oh, I probably shouldn't grab that one. This one. Alright. So I'm grabbing the card from the previous screen because we gotta reuse things, you know? Strike First Finance says, what's the current membership problem? I've launched 3 membership apps before. Oh, that's interesting. Well, the problem is I have to design it from scratch and figure it out. I guess. Is that the best way to say it? I really don't want this thing to keep appearing. Hide. Sure. Well, the gist of it is, me and a few other people have created a piece of software that turns a community into a super intelligence, kind of. It's kind of like that. It's like a hive intelligence, like a real-time hive intelligence, and using a bot and using, we're launching on Discord first. But so what I'm designing here is like the 1.0 interface, which is like a standalone web app, you know, or it's going to be on your own device, whatever. So I'm designing this because I want to go back and design the Discord experience, but I want to kind of understand what exactly I'm designing towards, because I just have to understand that, you know, where I'm going with it. So so what I've got is like I've got a soft currency and a hard currency. The soft currency is it's called honeycomb wax, and I've got a hard currency called honey drop coins. Hard currency being something that can cash in and out for cash, or for real money, fiat money. Soft currency being something that's like an in-app currency. Same thing with the keys. The keys are an in-app currency. So there are things you can buy, items you can buy with the soft currencies like keys and wax. This is what happens if you join UX After Dark, is you're going to have to deal with me yawning because it's after dark. So so that's where we're, you know, the user's using their soft currency. And then there's the hard currency. So here's where you can buy hard currency. There's different, you know, you can buy it in different denominations, and you get an additional bonus of soft currency for buying the hard currency. All right, cool. Now I have to design a membership to subscribe to the currencies, and I guess you would get more currency for subscribing than you would for buying it outright, because you have to get like kind of rewarded for being like a member, you know? So I have to have like membership levels. So this is, as I talk it through, it's starting to kind of crystallize a little bit in my head as I think about this, what the way I'm going to do this, I don't know. But let's just do some things, kind of see what happens. So you said, so Strike First Finance says, nice, the honey coins are that premium good, would be awesome with blockchain implementation to reward via staking. I would like to do a blockchain implementation for in the long term, but in the short term, I'm just trying to get something functional. So I think we're gonna just do a straight up in-app currency for our own uses, and then build a decentralized version of all of this that will run on a blockchain and have crypto. We can also transfer in and out for crypto. So alright, so we have the membership levels. We have our, first of all, there's free play, which is the current kind of, that's the only one I've got sort of designed. Let's find it. Where's that icon? Icon is over here. There it is. Do put it in this one. Okay, free play. I got this nice little infinity icon that I designed. I'm so happy with that. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So I like the idea of having these like icons, these nice big icons. So I guess I have to explain how much you get for this. So I guess it's like a certain amount per month, right? $5 per month. Got to create one that's probably more than that. Let's just do. Let's figure out like centering this. So what I usually do is like try to solve it for one, and then I can copy it to the other ones. I'm gonna delete these coins. So let's just call this tier 2 for now. Tier 3. Alright. Cool. Good. $5 a month. Hivecoin, a cryptocurrency that lets first world countries help impoverished third world countries pay for higher education using the Hive network. Well, the way this is actually going to work is people will pay the coinage to ask questions, and human swarm intelligence will answer those questions. So it is a nearly artificial general intelligence kind of thing. It's like, sort of like almost artificial general intelligence. It's like you can ask any question and get a really smart answer back. It's generated by humans, but it's automated. So it's sort of halfway between, like, you know, you have like Reddit and Quora and like all of these Ask Reddit, like human answering services, but then you have like automated answering services like Google or Alexa or whatever. This is like sort of right in the middle. So it's like a bot that's talking to people and working together to generate swarm intelligence to answer questions. So the idea is that this would be an approach to solve poverty, hopefully, because then anybody who has any kind of knowledge would be able to join a hive. I call Hive, it's a community, like decentralized community. Join a hive called Designers, and then someone asks a question into that hive and puts some currency up for the answer, and then that gets distributed among the people in the swarm who provided the answer. So that's the idea behind it. So no crypto ownership needed actually in this model, believe it or not, because really what it all comes down to is the questions and answers provided by the swarms. The answers provided by the swarms. Okay, so if you're subscribing, I also am going to provide a UBI through this of first the soft currency and then eventually the hard currency. Thanks. So I suppose if you subscribe, though, you probably want both. There's going to be utility for both throughout the application. Now if you subscribe, I guess you want more coins. So let's see, I gotta imagine that I'm an individual person now. Alright, so if I'm free play, oh, this could be the UBI actually. So here, I'm just gonna put free. Let's put tier 1. Okay, so let's just say tier 1 is free. Free play is free, of course. Let's say that tier 2 is, I don't know, let's just say it's like $10 a month. It's like Netflix territory. And then tier 2 is like $20 a month. Tier 3. I mean, this is solo. So I don't even know if, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can have more than 3. I don't know. Think about this for a second. Whatever, I'll just design 3 for now, and I can always come back to it. Maybe like $25? $10 and $25? No. $20. Alright, so how much would you get for that? Let's see. Well, the thing is, I'm gonna have an ever-increasing amount of UBI, so this doesn't really... Let's see. Join days +1, I think. Membership days. So it's kind of like if you've been a member for, 5 days, you would get 5 honey drop coins. Or sorry, 5 honeycomb wax. then I want to kind of convey the daily. Oh, you know what? I can say, daily? And then, like, no, they gotta show the number, though. This is a hard one to crack because I don't know. Plus plus daily? Infinity daily? Increases daily? Increases daily. That's as good as it's gonna get for now, I think. I have no idea what I'm gonna put there, but it's gonna have to be good enough for now. Because the free play is gonna provide some sort of, you know, innate benefits to it. I guess. Coming soon? I don't know. I guess coming soon. Let's just put coming soon for now. Coming soon. Whatever. Just figuring out kind of generally what we're doing. Let's kind of get, oops. So let's get this coin resized. Okay. I don't know. Increases daily. Coming soon. I guess that's good enough for now. Alright. Now we've got tier 2. What in the world are these tiers going to be called? Jeez. I have no idea. Alright, let's just figure out how much would you say $10 a month. So if you just bought $10 worth, you'd get 500. So let's see here. So if you bought 5, you've got 500. Yeah, this is not going to be exciting, guys. This is not going to be very exciting to watch me do. I'm sorry. It's not all of UX design is super glitzy and glamorous. Sometimes it's just sitting there thinking about what you're going to do. This is kind of one of those situations. So if you're sitting there in your stream, you're watching in the stream, feel free to chime in with questions if you have them. But I gotta use my noodle here to figure this out. So normally it would cost, you would get 500 coins for $10. Let's just do that for now. Let's just say with that. Okay, 500. Now let's just assume that you get a certain amount above that for subscribing. So how much? How much would you get for subscribing? Maybe an additional 50%? So like $7.50? I don't know. And I guess this $7.50 per month though, right? So how much does that come out per day? 750 divided by 30. Oops. Let's clear that out. 750 divided by 30 is 25. So 25 a day. Okay, that sounds fine. 25 per day. Cool. That's a nice round number. You know what? I'm gonna just... Let's do it this way. Oops. Okay. So, plus 75... No, plus 25 per day. Okay. And I'm going to use this one as well. Sure. Good enough. So I think it would be... let's just add... plus 10? 10 per day? I don't know. Plus 10 per day. Why not? Plus 10 per day plus daily. Daily. I don't know. How do you represent that? Alright, that's probably good enough. So, I've got kind of an idea now what I'm doing. I don't know. Let's just find out. See how this looks. Alright, so we'll say 20 then is... must be $50 a day, or 50 coins a day. And 20. Wax. Sure. Why not? So now what do you call these tiers? Help me out, chat. There's not enough people in this stream yet. What do I call tier 2 and tier 3? Alright, let's look at other ones. Mobile game membership tiers. Research time. Maybe we gotta look at like buy membership. Buy membership. Diamond membership. Well, that's useful. Alright, I'm gonna do some research. It's research time, friends. This is sort of where I have to go when I roadblock, and I feel like I'm kind of roadblocked right now. So, we are gonna do research. So we're doing research into memberships. Memberships. What do we got here? Ah, here we go. Alright, because there's different, depending on how long you become a member for, you get discounts. Completely forgot about that. Let's take a look here. What else we got? What the heck is this? Okay. Right, so, whatever. Let's take a look at some other ones. Memberships. Starlight member. Oh, these are good. Okay, this is good. That's good. But let's take a look at, let's take a quick look at this. Ah, for those who've just joined, we are doing research because I am kind of roadblocked right now, so I need to figure out what I'm doing and The best way to do that I've found is to look at what other people have done and try to see if there's anything I can learn. So this person created a number of different memberships. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Recharge. I don't know what recharge means. Recharge must mean refill your diamonds? Twilight Pass. Okay, so there's Starlight. Starlight seasonal member. Starlight member. Okay, seasonal member lasts 93 days. Starlight member lasts 31 days. Okay. And then 5,000 diamonds. So they've kind of combined everything together in one in this. Alright, so let's look at some other ones that are like similar. Starlight member. Okay. Oh, alright, this is interesting. Show me this screen, baby. Show it to me. I want to see the high-res version. There it is. Starlight member versus Starlight member plus. So they show a bunch of different Alright. Fine. Saving it. Never know. Sometimes it comes in handy and you just don't know. You just don't know. But just taking a quick look at it, it's interesting that they do this little cross off 30% off the first purchase. That's a nice little promotion to get you to do it the first time. It's a nice chunk off the cost. Exclusive skin. Unlock 50 kinds of awesome rewards obtained by leveling up. Starlight member privileges for 31 days. How do I get this thing to go away? Hide icons and notifications. Alright. So, 50 kinds of awesome rewards. Okay. So, they kind of have like the casual and then the... I mean, I imagine casual is probably free to play, and this is probably like mid-tier, and this is probably like whale tier. So this is like dolphin, and this is whale. That's what it seems like to me. Okay. So they got a whole page here. What is Starlight membership in Mobile Legends? And then they go into all the bonuses and stuff you get. So you get rewards. Alright, let's take a look at some other ones. I don't know what Starlight is, but they have their membership stuffs like all over the place on Google search results. Prime Plus. Okay. PUBG. Okay, so this is PUBG. I'm gonna copy this. If you don't know what PUBG, it is a video game on PC, I believe. I don't know if it's on other consoles or like other systems. Let's see what they got here. Interesting. Wow, there's a lot of different approaches for membership. It's making me think I may have to do something different than what I'm currently doing. Is that cut off? It is. Why is that cut off? Oh. You know, Figma does some funny things sometimes with cropping, and there's no real good way to crop too with Figma. So, it's only well, you can create a frame, but why do I have to create a frame every time I want to copy something, or every time I want to crop something? All right, Starlight. There's got to be something else besides Starlight I can look at for memberships. What's a game with memberships? MMOs have memberships. MMO membership. I can't put Final Fantasy XIV because their membership system's so bad. And definitely should not be emulated by anybody. What is this? Oh, Animal Jam. This gift card is your online ticket to an online animal playground. 3-month membership plus exclusive bonus item. Interesting. It's also interesting putting it in 3-month increments like that. I wonder if that's a good idea or not. Kind of makes you feel locked in, but if it's a gift, you know, then it's like, ooh, 3 months. Long enough to get you to forget that you're subscribed. And then you can just do the AOL thing and pay the membership for 20 years. Pirate 101. Don't miss a month of Pirate 101. Wouldn't want to miss it. Wow, there's not really much out there in the world of memberships. Oh, here's one. Wait. So bad looking. Where's the membership stuff? Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna type in like monthly membership. I'm gonna type in like monthly membership mobile game to see what that looks like. Well, it's kind of, yeah, it kind of is. Mario Kart. What's this? Feh Pass? What's a Feh Pass? And how are they able to sell it for $9.49? Nice. I don't know what this is, but that's funny that they're categorizing it that way. Okay, this is cool. Maybe we should do it this way. Maybe there's only like one membership tier for individuals and one for teams and one for orgs. This definitely is an interesting kind of approach to it. And I really like this. Start free trial, 3 days for free, then a certain amount per week. Okay. That's interesting. What do we have here? VIP. There's so many options, there's so many ways we can go with this. It is not going to be an easy task figuring this out. Memberships. So this is VIP, exclusive pirate captain skin. No ads. Ooh. Golden Hook. Double revenue. Oh my goodness. Try for free, 3 days free trial, then $6.49 per week. Alright. Interesting. Oh, what's this? Weekly pass, monthly pass. Can I get a high-res version? Please? No? Oh, Crystal of Aura monthly pass. Wait. What is this? I'm not allowed... Oh, here's a high-res one. It's a YouTube video, I think. Kinda looks like a YouTube video. It's got stuff in front of it. I don't want to see that stuff. There's no good examples that I can put into my research. Unless I search for this one. Sizes. That's as big as you give me? Look how chunky that is. Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. What's up with these chunky graphics? Ugh. Chunky. Whatever. Just gonna look at something else. What's this? No. Oh. Okay, that's kind of nice. These are just example interfaces. Alright, well, I think the stream has to end here because I have to go off and do some more research and figure out what I want to do at an architectural level with this before I design it, because I can't really design it if I haven't thought it through. So I need to think it through. But it was fun. It's fun. Thanks for joining us for UX After Dark. It's fun for me anyways. I don't know if it was fun for you. We kinda got somewhere. We got our buttons working. Oh, my goodness. I'll have to get those. That's some funky animation. Look at that. That's wild. Let's see. So, yeah, I will see you in the next video. I will probably be further along. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a good evening. Take care.